Hello students, welcome to my video number 68 and I'm going to continue with this chapter 12 of grammar, direct-indirect speech. So before continuing, let us recap what we did in the previous video. You all must be remembering we learned the change in tenses, how the present tenses changes in the similar kind of past tenses, that is simple present changes into simple past, present perfect changes into past perfect, present continuous changes into past continuous, and present perfect continuous changes into past perfect continuous. This was discussed in the previous video. Now let us see the other tenses. How do the past tenses changes and what about the future tenses? So let us discuss that. Now the first past tense, as we know, simple past tense, it changes into past perfect tense. Let us see one example. For example, this is a direct sentence. How does it change into indirect if it is given in simple past? He said, I went to meet him yesterday. Full stop, close inverted comma. This is direct sentence. Now we have to change it into indirect. What it will become? He said. And as I said, that is optional. You can write, you can avoid. He said that he. Now went becomes past perfect. Went becomes past perfect. So what will be? Had plus V3 form of go. Went is the V2 form of go, and V3 form of went will be, that is go will be had gone. He said that he had gone to meet him yesterday becomes the previous day. We are going to do this as well in this video, the change in the time expressions, the previous day, full stop. So this is how the tense simple past changes into past perfect. Now past perfect remains past perfect. That is, if a sentence is said in past perfect tense in the direct speech, it remains the same in the indirect speech as well. For example, she said, they had come to visit us. Full stop, close inverted comma. Now this, if we are changing this into past perfect, if we are changing it in the indirect speech, it becomes she said that they had come. That is, it remains the same. They had come to visit us becomes them. This is another rule we will discuss. So this is what we see. Past perfect remains past perfect. Now past continuous becomes past perfect continuous. The next tense in the past is past continuous and it becomes past perfect continuous. For example, she said, he was playing when I went to visit him. See, this is a statement in which we have past continuous and simple past also. So let us see what it comes into when we are changing it into indirect speech. She said that he was playing becomes had been playing. Past perfect continuous form of playing will be had plus been plus playing. Had been playing is the past perfect continuous tense form of playing. Had been playing when. Now this I is she. I here means she. When she. Now went is simple past. It will change into past perfect. When she had gone. when she had gone to visit him. Full stop. When she had gone to visit him. So these are the changes we will make when we are changing past continuous tense into indirect speech. Next we have past perfect continuous remains past perfect. That is, there is no change. So you need to remember past perfect remains past perfect in the indirect speech also. There is no change. And past perfect continuous also remains the same in the indirect speech. There is no change in the sentence. So let us see one example. She said, we had been, this is the tense, we had been studying. We had been studying the whole day. Full stop. This is a statement here. We had been studying the whole day. Now, if we have to change it into indirect speech, it becomes, she said that. Now, we becomes they. This is a change we need to remember. She said that they had been, there is no change in the tense. They had been studying the whole day. So, there is no change, but if any time expression is given, different times expression is given, then that can be changed. Since here the whole day remains the whole day because it's not talking about any particular specific time period, any expression, so it will remain the same here. So these are the changes in the present tenses and past tenses in the when we are converting direct into indirect speech. Now, other changes that you need to remember are the modal verbs. That is, modal verbs, what are the changes when they are used in sentences and we need to convert them into indirect speech. This is will becomes would in indirect speech. This is direct, and here you will get the example of the change in the indirect speech. This is direct and this is indirect. Will becomes would, shall becomes should, can becomes could, may becomes might, might remains might, no change in that. Okay, then we have must. Must depends on the sentence. Sometimes it remains the same, must, or sometimes it changes into had to. Must remains must, or according to the sentence it has to be changed into had to. So these are the changes. So all the future tenses, if you get any sentence in the direct speech having future tense, then that future tense will become would and rest part will remain same, only time expressions will change. So these you need to remember, the changes in these kind of modal verbs that are used in other tenses or other kind of structure in a sentence. So this is all about it. Now we will learn the time expressions, the changes in the time expressions that we need to take care. This is very important. Let us begin. For example, today in the direct speech changes into that day. Today becomes that day. Now becomes then. Yesterday becomes the previous day. The previous day. Tomorrow becomes, these are the changes you must remember. Tomorrow becomes the following day or the next day. Following day, or you can write the next day. Tomorrow, that is the change in the when we are converting direct into indirect. Next we have tonight. Tonight changes into that night. This week changes into, suppose it is used this week, this time expression, this week is used, it becomes that week. If it is next week used, next week or next year, then it changes into the following week, or the following year. So these are certain changes you need to take care when there is a change in when we are converting direct into indirect speech. And these are very important because you will get to see these time expressions used in the direct sentences, and you're asked to convert it into indirect. Now another we have like last weekend. Another expression, time expression like last weekend. It changes into the previous weekend. So I hope this is clear to you all. These are the changes we need to make. Now, another thing that you need to take care is about the pronoun, that which pronoun the given in the given sentence will change into. So for that, you have to take care that in the subject which what is mentioned. If it is a the name is a female gender or of masculine gender, you have to take care, and accordingly you will use the pronoun in the sentence. For example, see here, Sneha said, I am fed up with everything. I'm fed up with everything. Suppose this is a statement. Now, if we are changing it into indirect, it will become Neha said that she. Who is I here? Neha. So, this it changes automatically. This I changes into she because we know Neha is a girl. So, that you need to take care that who this I is. It is the one who's saying, not me. So if you write Neha said that I am fed up or I was fed up, then it will be completely incorrect. You have to take care to change these pronouns used here for what they are meant for. You have to take care when we are converting the sentence into indirect speech. And another example also, just see. Neha said, this is my book. Okay, now what happens when you're changing it into indirect speech? It will be Neha said that, see, twice we are mentioning that. This that is connecting the sentence, the connector, and this that is the change in of this into that. This is given, we know this changes into that, and twice that is mentioned. Neha said that was my book. Now my changes into her. That was her book. Okay, this my here means Neha. She's saying this thing. So when you are changing it, you have to take care these things also to convert them according to the meaning of the sentence. So children, I'm stopping it here now. We'll continue with the next lesson in my next video. Till then, take care and God bless you all.